You know what? I'll...
So something scary.
What'd you say?
On February 6, 2025, police respond to a disturbance inside a church, expecting something ordinary like a trespasser. Instead, they encounter a situation that leaves them confused, unsure whether the person is having a mental breakdown or something more disturbing. His behavior is extremely disturbing.
Hello? How are you?
Good.
Very good. Hello?
Hello.
Deputy Rowland, Sheriff's Office. How are you?
Good.
Good. What's going on today?
I just need to open this.
Well, we really can't do that. It's church property.
All right.
Okay. So how did you end up here today? Do you have any friends nearby? For me to help you, you have to talk to me. Back off! Reinforcements. I have more people coming. He's up to something. One way or another, he tore the crucifix off the top of that thing. Matt grabbed one of these, came toward me briefly, pushed them, and then jumped back over there. No, I haven't gotten anything.
No.
Nothing from them at all?
Stay away from me.
What's up, dude?
I am Jesus Christ Almighty.
We're just trying to help all of you.
Yes, you are a demon.
No, we're not a demon, but I'm not here, Matt. What's going on?
I don't know. I am Jesus Christ Almighty.
Okay.
Back up!
I am Jesus Christ
Almighty.
No one else needs to die for your sins.
You're under arrest, hands down. Yes.
Oh no! You're gonna get taken!
They'll electrocute you with your hands down.
He hits himself, shows unusual strength, and reacts aggressively to religious symbols. At one point, he calls himself the Messiah, then suddenly changes and speaks as if he is the devil. The ending is too graphic to show, and although he was taken to the hospital, his identity remains unknown, leaving people unsure whether it was a mental breakdown or something else. On March 22nd, 2026, Sandy was inside a church when she noticed something terrifying that made everyone start praying. Sandy was at Our Lady of Grace Catholic Church during a quiet adoration period when no priest was present. She had just arrived and was lighting a novena candle when she heard strange sounds, so she sat down, started recording, and began to pray. The man starts screaming and making harsh noises while people continue praying over him. When holy water is poured, he reacts intensely as if he is fighting something within. Worried he might become dangerous, Sandy goes to get a police officer and asks him to call a priest. The officer initially doubts her, but after watching the video, he comes along with the priest. The officer checks the situation and stays nearby in case things get worse, while the priest calmly begins an exorcism. Later, Sandy shares an update on what happened after.
Trying to light a novena when this began to happen. But when I saw this man in torment, I knew that I had to sit down and pray for him too. You know that they can become very violent. This was actually going on for about 15 minutes or so. So I ended up leaving to go to the office so that they can get the priest to come, but the office was closed. At our church, there's a school that's attached, and there just so happened to be a teacher there. And, you know, I started to tell him, like, hey, you know, how can we get a priest over here? And I was trying to tell her what's going on. And when I told her, she was like, I don't think she believed me, to be honest with you. And she said, okay, you need to go down to the office and you need to tell the officer, and, you know, they'll get in contact with the priest. And I said, okay. So I ended up going into the school, and the officer was right there. And I walked up to them and I told them, I said, there's a man that needs help. He's demon possessed. At least that's what it looks like to me. And I don't think they believed me either until I showed them the footage. And that's when they were like, whoa. So back I went and continued to pray. And literally like moments later, the officer came and then the priest.
As the man's groaning starts to ease, she decides to leave, avoiding eye contact out of fear that whatever is affecting him might attach to her and follow her home. So it's unclear whether the exorcism worked or not. A woman enters a house believed to be haunted to investigate and tries to contact a spirit named Brenda using a Ouija board. As the planchette begins to move, she feels uneasy and starts to think that whatever is responding might not be Brenda, but something much darker.
Am I dealing or am I speaking with the devil right now through this Ouija board? It is not Brenda. You've just said it's Brenda. It's not Brenda, is it? Oh my God. I'm trying to take deep breaths. Who am I communicating? I'm losing my. Who am I communicating with through this board? My nose is bleeding right now. Oh my God. A demon, it's trying to say. I've not got no tissue, but my nose is bleeding right now. The body's moving. Oh my God, right, that's it, I'm done, I'm off. I'm sorry, guys.
A loud noise comes from upstairs, making her freeze, and at the same time, her nose suddenly starts bleeding. Even after that, she continues the session until things take a darker turn, and the Ouija board suddenly flies off the table. That's when she realizes it's gone too far and runs out of the house in fear. Tad Gavin, a car enthusiast from Florida, often shares photos of his Corvette online. He recorded something strange. Late at night on an empty road, he slowed down to possibly take a photo when he suddenly noticed something ahead that startled him. A dark figure appears on the road, causing Tad to speed up and get away. He says it looked like someone in a long black coat with a hood. The figure is hard to see on the dash cam, but clearer from inside the car, and it even seems to move toward him. He first thought it might be someone trying to harm or steal his car, but others believe it could be something paranormal, while he is still unsure. It started with small things like pillows on the floor, cabinets left open, and neatly folded clothes found trampled as if someone stepped on them. The couple first blamed their cat, but some movements didn't match what a small animal could do. To figure it out, they installed security cameras, and what they captured changed everything. In the footage, the cat isn't even in the room, yet the chair starts moving on its own. It's not random, it moves slowly and steadily, like someone is sitting and gently rocking it. Some people think it could be a child's spirit, and what makes it more unsettling is that the activity continues even during the day. Do you think this is something simple, or something that's getting too confident in this house? Home security cameras sometimes capture unexplained things. A woman named Nancy shared a clip from when she left her house empty during Christmas. The cameras recorded something strange and disturbing. The audio from the camera sounds like someone screaming in fear or pain, and some people even think it says "get out of here." Nancy said there was no movement in the footage, only the sound. While some suggest it could be pipes or animals, others believe it sounds far more disturbing than that. A night officer shared a clip after coming home from his shift, where he noticed someone standing inside his house, even though it should have been empty. It obviously freaked him out, and he started thinking it might be something paranormal just waiting there for him. But honestly, it could just as easily be a burglar. Without clearer footage, there is no way to say for sure what he actually caught on camera. A family bought a balloon for their 4-year-old son, but unlike normal ones that deflate or drift away, this one felt different. The parents started noticing the balloon seemed strangely fixated on the boy.
She's in the room while I have the baby sleeping here. Then she comes over. She lets go of the balloon, watch where and how it just stays there. Alone. Now because I'm recording, it stays nice and calm.
Mom, where are you? What are you doing?
I'm going to record it. Look, he's going to the room. Look, caballero, I didn't cut the video. See this? Look. Look at this turn. Look, nobody's holding it or anything. It's not like we cut the video. Look, it's going to the girl's room. Just the balloon. Look how the balloon goes down there. Just watch it go under through the door. Look at this. Look. Go to the girl's side. Look. It always stays there. Look at that.
The balloon doesn't move randomly like normal. It avoids furniture, turns at corners, lowers itself through doorways, and always ends up next to the child's bed as if it's following her. The family says all windows were closed and no fans were on, yet it keeps finding its way back, making them question if something could be attached to it. A man shows footage he captured outside his old workplace, which had closed under unclear circumstances. He says strange things had been happening there for a while, including odd noises, tools going missing and reappearing in strange spots, and certain areas feeling so uncomfortable that people stayed away. There were also repeated accidents like sudden injuries and equipment failures that didn't feel random. Eventually, he believed something hostile was involved, and one day, he stopped by the abandoned building to take one last look.
At least I know I'm not crazy, because there's definitely somebody standing right there. And now they're gone. Tell me I'm not nuts. And now they're back. You see it? Tell me I'm fucking crazy. That's the creepiest shit I've ever seen in my life. Absolutely not.
As he looked inside, he noticed a figure standing in the dark, and in that moment, his fears felt real. Later, he said this was the proof he had always dreaded, believing something demonic had been there the whole time, even when people were still working. Whether it was truly paranormal or something else, the image is disturbing enough to suggest the building might not have been empty at all. On March 26, 2026, a woman named Elisha was excited when her brother told her he had moved into a new house in Texas, but her reaction quickly changed when he sat down and sent her a video showing strange things happening the same day. The dresser suddenly slides toward him, then the mattress sinks as if someone is standing on it before shifting and moving closer. Not believing him, his sister video calls him to see it live, and that's when she witnesses it herself.
Face the dresser. Dad, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
No, shh. I wanted to do this.
Oh my gosh. Dad.
It just hit me. It hit me.
Tell it. Be like, you just hit me. Don't do that.
Well, the Bible's right there. That wasn't very nice. I'm pretty sure you don't care about my stuff. I'm sitting up now. I'm not sitting back down. You're not gonna hurt me. You're not gonna hurt me. You can move it all you want to. I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you.
Don't say that now.
I'm not scared of you.
Don't say that now.
I'm not scared of you. Hey, stay back where you at, wherever you are. Don't touch me. I don't want this by me.
The activity becomes more aggressive as the dresser hits him and even tips over forcefully. Later that night, he feels a burning sensation and notices 3 red scratch marks, possibly from the impact or something else. Since he had just moved in, he left and came back the next day to clean up the mess. While cleaning, he keeps his phone recording, and it captures something disturbing. The objects stop moving, but then a deep, unsettling voice is heard, almost like it's chanting. He doesn't seem to notice it at the time, but the camera clearly records it. Since voices like this are unusual, many think it could be something more sinister, especially with the scratch marks. Alicia becomes worried and doesn't want her brother to stay in the house, even though he just moved in. Cecilia Ann, an aspiring author who shares parts of her life online, grew up in a large Victorian house where she often looked after her younger siblings. The kids frequently wake up terrified from nightmares and start believing the house is haunted. One night, she noticed her brother sleepwalking and decided to record it to show her parents.
Idiot! It's a person! It's Walter! It's a person! It's a guy! Walter, it's here! Whoever gets God. Walter, just go.
During the recording, Cecilia's brother is sleepwalking and talking like he can see someone named Walter. When she shows the video to her parents, they have no idea who that is, but her brother insists he sees Walter around the house, describing him as a man in a top hat who watches him at night. A few days later, Cecilia captures something even harder to explain.
Please shut the doors.
Oh yeah. They're shutting.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah. Show it so nobody can everybody can see that.
Oh wow, nice job. That's really good. Okay, can you try opening the doors? If it's too hard, we can help you. Yeah. Give it a little push. Can you please try pushing the doors open instead of shutting them? Wow, nice job. That's really impressive. Oh. Okay. Wait.
It's shutting. Good job. Try keeping one open.
A door suddenly shuts on its own. One of the kids asks Walter to close it, then asks for it to open, and it does. Cecilia now believes the house may be haunted, and her siblings say they have seen and tried to communicate with other spirits too.
If you were the little girl singing last time, please turn the flashlight on.
It might not have been the little girl. Okay, you can turn the flashlight off now, okay? If there's a spirit here, can you please turn the flashlight on? Okay, thank you.
The flashlight starts turning on and off, as if it's responding to the girls' questions. They ask again to check if it's just a coincidence, but it happens the same way. After this, Cecilia is convinced the house is actually haunted. A group of urban explorers entered an abandoned clinic in Valencia, a place known for its dark reputation.
Oscar.
end of the hallway, a small figure can be seen with no clear face, and it looks like a child. The explorers insist the building was sealed, and they were completely alone. The place has a dark history, with stories of deaths in the pediatric area, cries heard in empty rooms, and shadows appearing in windows, leading many to believe it may be something more than just an intruder. A series of clips shared by a user named Davo Valkrat began with something simple, hearing strange noises coming from another room.
See? It's nothing.
As he walks toward the kitchen to check the noise, the camera captures something he doesn't notice. A pale, almost human head briefly peeks from behind the door and then disappears. The most disturbing part is that he keeps walking, completely unaware he was just inches away from it. When he reaches the window, the same face appears again in the reflection, watching him from outside, yet he still doesn't notice it. After viewers pointed it out, he increased the brightness, and the face became clearly visible.
Lyra, with the
Days later, around 3:43 in the morning, the noises return. He goes back to the kitchen to check again and stands near the spot where the face appeared, trying to prove it's nothing, but then something even creepier happens.
I turn on the flashlight.
He returned.
Whatever peeked out was much taller than he, and there's no space there for anyone to hide. Then suddenly, he hears something.
This thing comes out over there. I want you to notice.
I'm going to make a comparison. I'm not sure you can see it, but... And here you can't put any chair that doesn't stand out. Because all the chairs we have... It's a...
There's a loud knock on the back door, but when he checks, no one is there. After he returns and turns off the lights, it happens again, and this time a voice is heard. Some people say it sounds like a whisper in Spanish telling him to burn. Others believe it could be something mimicking human voices. Since whatever it was had already been seen inside the house earlier, the real question is, would you dare to spend another night in that house? One night, a man noticed his cat Corey suddenly refused to eat or go downstairs, acting scared of something there.
Hey, Corey. You okay? You gonna come downstairs? Oh, she's gonna come downstairs this time. You coming down? You alright, Corey?
Corey keeps refusing to go downstairs and gets scared near the stairs. That same night this started, the man had a dream about something dangerous being downstairs and staying upstairs to be safe. After a few days, the cat finally goes down, but something strange is caught on the CCTV camera. The cat stares at the door downstairs, suddenly gets scared, and runs upstairs. Right after that, the door slowly opens on its own, and a skateboard slides down. A few nights later, while his daughter is playing downstairs, something else happens. objects start moving and falling again, and the girl runs upstairs, saying she saw someone in the kitchen. The next night, Corey rushes out of the bedroom, panicking. The door suddenly slams shut, and he pulls out his phone to record what happens next.
I was in my bedroom just a second ago, and she came running out, did this weird meow, really loud meow, and, the door, like she was literally just in there, it like slammed itself shut. Corey came out, like poor Corey, she came out, like looking terrified, and then it opened again, and it just keeps opening and closing itself. Like it's never done this before. Teddy's in the way. What the f***? That door just slammed itself. Don't you dare do it again.
A voice says over here, and when he walks into the room, the door slams shut behind him. Later that night, his daughter notices something unsettling in the bedroom.
Bedtime, and Grace has just told me that she's seen something in the bedroom and she's scared. Do you want to just tell us what you saw, Grace?
I saw something scary.
What did you see?
I saw a teddy move.
You saw a teddy move?
Yeah.
Where did it move?
I just saw a teddy move.
Which one?
The panda one.
The panda one?
Yeah.
The panda teddy moves on its own, just like the girl described. He becomes very worried for his daughter and his cat and starts thinking about moving out. A team of paramedics arrives to help Cass, a young woman diagnosed with severe schizophrenia, who insists she cannot leave her room because she believes someone is standing at the door.
Won't let me through. They won't let me pass. Somebody's there.
We're right here. I'm telling you.
Someone's at the door and won't let me through.
What are they wearing?
They're wearing blue? Someone's there and they're not going to let me go past it. Someone's at the door.
I need you to sit up, okay? Can you do that?
God, look, just apologize if that's what you need. All right, thanks. For you. Okay? All right? Is that okay? That it? You're okay, you're okay.
His fear is clearly real, as he describes seeing a man in blue blocking his way. Paramedics try to calm him, thinking it's in his head, but then a wall-mounted clock suddenly falls. He uses a habit of opening and closing doors or curtains to deal with what he believes are hallucinations, yet a disturbing detail remains. His girlfriend had seen the same man years earlier, even though she had no such condition.
What's wrong? What? What?
Meridian sorrows. Although what did I fought with the power of power and...
Having actually been myself?
Stone and...
What?
Cass starts recording to test if what he sees is real, believing that if the camera doesn't capture it, it isn't there. But this time, the camera proves him wrong.
Schizophrenia, you probably are not crazy. We're not crazy. People who have schizophrenia
are normal people. My most common hallucination is seeing a shadow figure in doorways, like in any doorway. So think of any doorway in your house. My therapist and I do something called visualization dismissal. So I open and close the door repeatedly, and that kind of like scrubs away the shadow thing. what I do is if the hallucination is like really strong and I am not even like making sense out of reality, I use this and basically I point it at the door frame or whatever I'm seeing and look at the screen. And if what I'm seeing in the door frame isn't on the GoPro screen, it's not real. Helps me calm down.
I'm doing really bad right now. You always say the same thing. No, 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 no. Quit it. Stop bringing that up. Stop saying that. You always wait till now to say that. Whoa. Alexa, turn on the light.
He sees a figure behind the curtain and tries his usual method, opening and closing it until the figure disappears. But even after that, the curtain keeps moving on its own. Then, it suddenly lifts all the way and drops back down, clearly caught on camera. This makes him question what's real, as what he feared might not have been in his mind at all. A tech-focused creator known for being skeptical shared something strange his baby monitor captured. His son wasn't in the crib, yet the motion sensor was triggered, and something appeared in the corner of the crib that he couldn't explain.
I don't believe in ghosts at all. I think it's absolute nonsense. And all these orbs and energies and all that nonsense. But I was filming with the dome camera a couple of days ago, and I noticed something at the bottom of my son's bed. I'll include a small screenshot if possible, with an image, but it's only visible there. Right below there, like that. Now, I thought that when I got the notification that my son got out of bed and looked at the camera at the foot of the bed, I thought it was his face. But then when I pressed play in the video, it flies away. Do you see it? Let's go back. Play it again. And it flies. He keeps dragging it. You can see it. So I have no idea what it is. There's no wind there or anything like that. There's no breeze. The windows are all closed. It's a bit odd, isn't it? Let's check it out. I just thought about showing that kids, if there are some people out there who really believe in ghosts or orbs or any kind of energy, what you think it was or could be.
At first, it looks like a child's head peeking out, but it suddenly shoots upward and disappears. He says there were no drafts and the windows were closed. Some think it could be an insect near the lens, while others believe it looks like a face forming. What makes it more unsettling is that the system detected human movement. A man later checks CCTV footage from his home after stepping out with his nephew, thinking everything was normal and the house was locked and empty. On their way back, he gets a motion alert from his security system and assumes it's nothing serious. But when he watches the footage, he realizes something unsettling was captured.
D. Front. Door. Center. Center is open. Disarm now. Disarm now.
After he shared the video, many people dismissed it, saying someone was hiding in the house or that it was staged. Others thought it was just a person stepping into the room, but that raises another question. Why do the eyes reflect in such an unusual, almost glowing way? Kyle goes down to the basement early in the morning, but this time the sounds are completely different from before. Earlier, it was subtle, like giggling or light footsteps, but now it's loud, aggressive, and impossible to ignore.
It's all freaking night. Who's knocking on my basement door? Let's go back upstairs.
When the pounding stops, Kyle opens the door and finds no one there. He tries to explain it logically, but outside there's fresh snow with no footprints at all. No sign anyone was ever there. That's when it becomes more unsettling, because whatever made the noise didn't leave like a normal person. Some believe it wasn't outside at all, but already inside. The activity now feels more aggressive, like it's getting bolder, turning it into something far more serious than before. At a hotel in northern Chile, a man wakes up around 3 a.m. with the feeling that he's being watched. He starts recording and ends up capturing something he can't explain. The door suddenly opens fully, but when he checks, the hallway is empty. He goes back inside, frightened, and hides in the bathroom, but whatever it is seems to follow him there.
Damn it.
There's loud banging right beside him, and he's clearly desperate with nowhere to hide. Whatever is chasing him seems able to pass through walls, leaving him trapped. A Ring camera inside Jennifer's historic home, built in 1907 and filled with antiques, captured something unsettling. Not long after moving in, she started noticing footsteps, faint whispers, and objects slightly moved. Concerned, she contacted mediums who all claimed to sense children in the house. Then one night, her camera recorded something that made those claims harder to ignore. Viewers noticed large orbs moving inside the dollhouse, but then the camera itself seemed to shift as if something moved it. Some also hear a faint cough in the background at the start. Later, Jennifer revealed that the previous family had died tragically, which made people question what might still be in the house. Some think there are multiple presences, not just children, while others believe it's leftover energy. So, is it just a coincidence or something still lingering there? A woman was relaxing and watching TV with one of her dogs when the other suddenly ran out of the room. They checked the security footage to see why, and what they found left them shocked. A figure appears to walk straight through the wall, which instantly scares the dog still in the room. The reactions from both the woman and her pet seem natural. Some people question if it could be AI, but others think it looks real. So, what do you think? Real or fake? A couple moved to a house near a dense forest in the United States for peace, and everything was fine for 6 months until strange noises started at night. The sounds didn't match any known animal, and always came from the same spot near the tree line at midnight. At first, they ignored it, but one night it became too much, so the man decided to go outside to check. He took a flashlight and his phone and stepped into the darkness, clearly nervous.
What? I can't zoom in any further. Wait, I lost him. There he is. Do you see that in the middle of the camera? What the hell is that? Oh no. Oh no.
He zooms in, and something moves in the bushes. Then a figure stands up in the center. It's not an animal, but something moving on 2 legs, which makes him panic and run back to the house. The enhanced footage shows it was crouching before standing, as if it was waiting. After that, it was never seen again, and he chose not to go out at night anymore. Late at night in 2022, when the area was completely quiet with no activity, a CCTV camera captured something unexpected. For a brief moment, a dark, fast-moving figure appears, something that shouldn't have been there. Near the gate, a shadowy figure suddenly appears and disappears almost instantly. Some say it could be a camera glitch, an insect, or a lighting distortion, but others feel it looks more deliberate than that. It moves with purpose and vanishes as if it was never there, leaving the question of whether it was just a shadow or something more unsettling. Two people are hiking through the snow at night when everything suddenly changes. What starts as faint, unclear sounds turns into multiple voices in the distance, almost like people chanting or moving together. As they go further, the sounds grow louder and more intense, with some even hearing what seems like drum beats, as if a group is moving in sync somewhere in the dark.
Bro, I don't know where it's coming from. I genuinely, what is this? It just keeps going. What the Oh my god!
Suddenly, the voices become extremely loud, turning the moment terrifying, and the person filming says that's when something appeared right in front of them.
It just keeps going. What the Oh my god!
The video cuts off right there, and the person who posted it says they ran immediately, with the voices stopping the moment they did. What makes it more unsettling is that whatever appears is never clearly seen. Since then, people have come up with different ideas, some linking it to folklore, others saying it sounds like soldiers marching with chants and drum beats. But there's still no clear explanation for what happened that night. So, what's your take on it? This video was recorded by a night officer working the overnight shift at an old hospital, a place where staff often shared spooky stories about different floors, which made walking around alone even more unsettling. Guards usually record their nightly rounds, and on this particular night, something truly shocking ended up being captured on camera. The young guard didn't notice it at the time, but in the cafeteria, there seemed to be a thin figure standing and watching her. This led many viewers to believe that something not of this world was following her that night and could have been behind all the strange events. A woman shared that over several nights, she kept noticing something strange, a bizarre presence showing up inside her home after dark. She had no idea what it was or why it was there, but one thing was clear, it left her completely terrified.
It's back. It keeps peeking in here on me. Oh my goodness gracious, what the? Ain't nobody in the other room.
Whatever it was, it made her feel unsafe in her own home. Some people think it could have been a prank, maybe kids from the neighborhood trying to scare her, while others believe it was something far more unusual, possibly something not from this world. With very little information about what she actually experienced, it is difficult to figure out what really happened. But one thing is clear, it was a deeply frightening experience for her. A man said he had been dealing with strange disturbances in his home that he could not explain. Since it kept happening, he set up both a regular camera and a thermal camera to try to catch whatever was causing it. Just minutes after recording started, something happened that changed everything. In the thermal footage, a shape like a hand appears and seems to grab his neck, while another form looks like it's holding his arms, stopping him from moving. But in the normal camera view, nothing is visible in the same spot. The contrast between the two recordings raises questions, with some seeing it as unexplained and others thinking it might be staged. Late at night, a mother was recording her daughter and mentioned that a couple of hours earlier, the girl had been scared because she thought she saw something in her room and did not want to stay there alone. As the mother was talking about it, something suddenly happened. Something really unsettling and enough to send chills down anyone's spine.
So, my daughter's sleeping with me in my bed tonight. She kept saying that she was really scared of something in her room. I'm a little bit shaky, I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is the same toy that used to go off in the past. And it's always terrified me since. So I would ask it questions and it would answer with noises.
At first, she heard a toy switch on by itself, so she went to check what was going on. Then things got worse when the doll's finger started moving on its own in a really creepy way. She got scared and quickly ran away. People even said to try asking it questions to see if it responds. Earlier, the mother had thought her daughter was just imagining things, but after witnessing all of this herself, she became convinced that her daughter was telling the truth and that something might actually be wrong in the house. So, what do you think? A shocking and highly coordinated robbery unfolded when a car smashed through the front of a jewelry store, followed immediately by 8 other vehicles arriving in sync. Around 25 masked thieves rushed inside, fully covered to avoid identification, and used sledgehammers to break open display cases while the owner hid for safety. Although it appeared chaotic, the heist was carefully planned, with the group targeting high-value items and executing everything within just 70 seconds, escaping with about $1.7 million in jewelry using stolen cars with fake plates.
Extremely organized. They're doing surveillance on the place before they ever do the actual crime. So they know where the Rolex watches are, they know where the high-end jewelry is. And in addition, it is my belief that they knew how many police officers were on duty and they knew what the response time would be. Obviously, I think it was a gang that worked together. The reality is they'll do many more after this.
Investigators later linked the crime to another similar robbery nearby, revealing that the group had organized the operation through a FaceTime call and likely conducted prior surveillance to understand store layout and police response times. A guy named Willow had gone through some really disturbing paranormal stuff before, and eventually things calmed down. But when he moved into a new apartment, it all seemed to start again. After having a really bad nightmare, his cat Carrie began behaving oddly, especially getting scared every time she went near the stairs.
Well, I just finished recording my last video and she just came down the stairs making a weird noise. Like, are you okay? I'm a little worried about her right now. She has a vet appointment tomorrow, so I hope she's okay, but my last cat, you're okay. No. I'm worried about her. Come here. Yes, my last cat that died. He made a very loud and strange meow, and then he went limp and died, just like that suddenly. He was healthy and in good shape. Corey's son, named Moses. He was a lovely cat who appears in one of my old videos playing with Jaija Vince's stuffed toy. So yeah, that happened. I hope he's okay. That was really weird. I didn't record it with the camera. She just went down the stairs. I didn't even know she was here. I was taking the discount stickers off these Mr. Kipling books to give them to a friend, and he would think I paid full price for them. And basically, yeah, I was doing that and she made a really weird meowing sound. And it wasn't as scary as when Moises did that, because when he did that meow, I knew something was wrong. I ran to him and he just, well, in about 5 minutes. It was horrible, but yeah, I hope nothing like that happens to her. Are you okay? Do you want to go back down? She went downstairs, so that's progress, but it's strange. It's like she's trying to tell me something.
Pay attention to the cat's meow. It sounds like complete panic. Willow mentions on camera that his previous cat made the same eerie sound right before it suddenly died. But the really unsettling part is not just how the cat is acting, so listen closely to what comes next.
Strangest thing, as if she were trying to tell me something. But it's the strangest thing, as if she were trying to tell me something. But it's strange, like she's trying to tell me something.
Just before the video cuts off, a chilling whisper slips into the recording, clearly saying, "Get out."
The strangest thing, as if she were trying to tell me something. But it's the strangest thing, as if she were trying to tell me something. It's strange, like she's trying to tell me something.
It clearly was not Willow, since he was already talking at the exact moment the voice showed up. Along with that, he has been hearing loud bangs, watching doors open on their own, and even feeling something climb onto his bed while he sleeps. To try and capture whatever it is, he set up a camera downstairs. It's 4 in the morning, and the door suddenly swings open and shuts on its own like something unseen is moving it. Willow then tries to copy the action himself and even dares whatever is there to do it again. But before he can even finish speaking, the door starts moving by itself once more.
I want to show it's happening again. So if there's something in this room, can you? I didn't even have to do it. I didn't even have to finish. No need to prove nothing's down there. You could hear the door anyway. Let's try again. All right. If something's in this room with me, well, yes, if there's something or someone in this room right now, open the door again.
Around 3 in the morning, Carrie suddenly gets frightened by something unseen. Right after that, the door unlocks and slowly swings open, but there is nothing there at all. Willow believes the same dark presence from his past has come back to haunt him. So the real question is, would you stay there another night? A man recorded this while hiking, holding what looks like a leaf in his hand, at least at first. Then tiny legs start coming out, and the leaf begins to twitch like it is alive. Insects like this do exist, but some people think the video could be AI made. So what do you think? Nolan was fast asleep when a faint noise of something moving suddenly woke him up. What made it even more unsettling was that he was completely alone in the house. Thankfully, his security camera had been recording the whole time. Nolan is lying in bed when he notices the door behind him slowly creaking open. He quickly sits up, expecting someone to be there, but no one shows up. After a while, he manages to fall asleep again, but suddenly the door slams shut with force, jolting him awake in panic as he tries to make sense of it. It almost feels like something unseen is messing with him. In San Ramon, a large group of around 20 to 25 masked and armed robbers stormed a jewelry store in broad daylight, smashed display cases, and stole valuables.
Broad daylight, anybody could have gotten.
This type of organized crime, it definitely is something that needs to be taken higher consideration into.
During the robbery, the store's doors automatically locked, trapping them inside. So one of the suspects fired a gun to break the glass and escape. The group then ran out and fled in multiple getaway cars, even throwing stolen items out of the vehicles while escaping.
Honestly, it's crazy because the scale of these robberies is getting a lot larger.
I think 2 years ago in 2023, we had this before, but it was only like a couple of people. This looked like it was 20 to 30 people.
Police tracked them using air support and managed to detain several suspects at different locations, although some managed to get away. Thankfully, no one was injured despite the chaos. Mirrors are often seen as gateways to another world, like a thin barrier between the living and the dead. And a Chinese YouTuber learned this the hard way during a live stream while exploring an abandoned hotel filled with broken walls, deep darkness, and a heavy, unsettling vibe. The place looked empty, but when he moved his camera past an old stained mirror, something in the reflection didn't feel right.
我手机不架起来，根本就看不到。是不架了，就这样吧。没有出现内屏。
在我后头啊！我数到3啊，家人们看清楚来，我没跑啊！
She suddenly shows up right behind him. A woman in a long white dress with her face covered by her hair. Thinking it is just a prank, he quickly turns around to catch whoever is there, but finds no one, only silence in the empty hotel. At the same time, the live chat goes crazy since it is all happening live with no edits. Whatever it was seemed to appear only in the mirror, showing itself there but nowhere else. Two friends were walking home through thick woods in northern Mexico when something suddenly grabbed their attention. From behind a tree, a pair of glowing eyes stared right at them. They froze for a second, recording it, but then panic kicked in and they ran as fast as they could. It didn't seem like an animal. The way it moved felt way too human. Thieves carried out a highly planned jewelry heist in Southern California by entering through the roof of a nearby shop, cutting through walls, and breaking into a heavy safe.
Everything, bro! Okay. That's all the customers, bro!
They spent hours getting inside and stole around $2 million worth of gold, cash, and valuable heirloom jewelry.
Fully give them back their grandma's diamonds or their grandpa's watch or anything. So that's the biggest loss for me. They cut through 8 inches of safe wall and concrete to get into my safe. This is a life-altering tragedy for us.
A similar robbery happened in Los Angeles using the same method, where nearly $20 million was taken. Police have not made any arrests yet, and experts say rising gold prices are driving more organized crimes like this. Scarlet Ticker often visits abandoned locations as a normal part of their content, but this house had a completely different feel, connected to a violent past. While filming, they didn't notice what was right in front of them, so focus on the door frame at the end of the hallway. door slowly swings open, and a shadow shaped like a human appears in the doorway, just standing there and watching. There is no one else in the house, and the crew had already checked everything. They were completely alone. What makes it worse is what they said later. They believe whatever they saw did not stay in the abandoned house, but followed them back to their own homes. Sometimes it really is better to leave certain doors closed. In the video, a man says he is showing the power of Qi, which in Chinese philosophy is believed to be an energy flowing through all living things. Some people think it can be developed and even used to affect the physical world. When the clip, first streamed live on Chinese social media, started circulating, it left a lot of viewers stunned by what they were seeing. On the ground, there were light items like plastic bowls and balls that started shaking and moving in strange ways. A lot of people thought it was just a setup with hidden strings or some kind of device, but the man kept saying there was nothing like that and that everything was happening because of the Qi he was controlling. To back it up, he even walked around the objects to show that nothing was attached. Then he placed a piece of paper on the floor, focused on it for a few seconds, pointed at it, and suddenly it burst into flames on its own, leaving viewers watching live completely shocked. He did not stop there and placed his hat in front of the camera. At first, nothing happened, but then it slowly started moving up and down like something was lifting it from underneath. The live stream went on for a while, and during that time, different objects around him kept shifting. He even tried to prove there were no tricks by checking everything around him, moving chairs, and showing the area clearly. But the movement continued. Near the end, viewers asked him to do the fire trick again, and the same thing happened once more. The video later went viral, with some people believing he was actually using some kind of hidden power, while others thought it was just a well-planned illusion. So what do you think? Was it real power caught on camera, or just a smart trick? Share your thoughts in the comments. A group of investigators went into a house known for violent paranormal activity. They believe that praying or provoking whatever is there can make it reveal itself, and this time, it seems to have worked a little too well. While they were doing that, their attention turned to a doll sitting on a chair, so watch it closely.
Oricare spirit te află aici, oricare entitate, oricare demon, oricare suflet neliniștit, oricare strigoi, prin puterea primordială prin care am fost investit, îți ordon să miști pina aia. Marș de aici! Bă, mea! Râmea aia, băi, frate! Marș de aici, că nu cred așa ceva. Holy Jesus Christ! Îți ordon să miști pina aia. Bă, marș de aici! Bă, mea! Vă arăt pina asta? Că nu-i legată cu nimic? Hă? Of, Doamne. Vă arăt pina asta? Hă? Ridică mă, adu încoace, iau răstoarnă, învârte-o pe tot. Uite, Dumnezeu, uite. Vă arăt pina asta care nu-i legată cu nimic? Uite picioare în ea, măi. Hă? Dacă răbușa nu e abonată de asta. Dar oricum poate să filmezi, stai seama. Vă arăt, mă, puterea asta primordială?
The doll suddenly leans forward on its own, with no visible tricks or mechanisms involved. Wanting more proof, the investigators ruled out any vibrations and shifted their focus to another object nearby, and it moved again.
Care spirit te afla, oricare entitate, oricare demon, oricare strigoi, prin puterea primordială prin care am fost investit de către patriarh, îți ordon să miști.
Mirela.
Mișcă poza aia sau dă-o jos, fă ceva. Maș de aici! Aoleu! Uitați pozele, uitați poșetele, uitați poza că nu e legată cu nimic. Da? Uitați. Uitați pozele, uitați. Da? Da, Doamne.
Two separate objects reacted the same way, as if something unseen was controlling both. But it seemed like whatever was there got tired of being tested.
Prin puterea prin care am fost investit, să rup perdeaua aia. Trage-o cât are. Băi, Alin, băi. Doamne, mai frate.
Focus on the curtain in the background. It moves with strong, aggressive force, not something light or accidental. This is clearly not harmless anymore. When things go from small object movement to affecting the structure itself, it points to a more hostile presence. Whatever is there made it clear it does not want to be disturbed. People always say that if something is way too cheap, there's usually a reason behind it. This man found what seemed like his dream house at an unbelievably low price, and he was over the moon, but that excitement only lasted for about a month.
Good girl. Paw. Paw. Whatever. I'll bring it to you. All right. Wait. There it is. There you go. That was f***ing weird. It's okay.
It started small. While she was playing with her dogs, a drawer slowly opened behind her, and not long after, the door shut on its own. But that was only the beginning. He later set up a camera while working on his computer, and that is when everything suddenly spiraled into chaos.
Hello?
Objects are flying across the room with serious force, making it impossible to ignore what's happening. People were telling him to leave immediately, and it became obvious why the house was so cheap. It felt like something else was already living there. After dealing with a week of disturbing paranormal activity, this man began sharing his experience on TikTok. It started with the sound of something heavy dragging itself down the hallway.
I hear what sounds like shotgun blasts outside the door. I don't know if someone... Buddy, what the hell was that? No.
Then things suddenly got violent. The guard was sitting in his booth when a loud, heavy bang slammed against his door. He stepped out to check, but the hallway was empty. A few days later, he ended up capturing something even more disturbing.
I swear to God, I heard... like a woman was talking here. I swear to God, I heard a woman talking. What the hell? Oh my God, no. I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to do this.
A woman's whisper in the air, followed by a deep, unsettling voice that doesn't even sound human, telling him to get out. The guard is clearly shaken, but he needs the job, so he keeps doing his rounds.
Hello? Oh my god. What the hell? What the hell?
A few nights later, while going up the stairs, he suddenly hears rapid, heavy footsteps, like something unseen is charging straight toward him.
The door has been wide open. And they said that they have seen the lights turning on and off here. This is the attic area. Very, very narrow stairs, and I just hit my head on this damn pipe. Hello? Oh my god. There's no one here. There's no one here. I'm going to... No. Okay. I'm leaving.
The guard ended up running from his post, and the hotel is still surrounded by stories of sightings. No one really knows what actually happened there. A paranormal explorer from Russia named Tim Morozov decided to spend a night in an isolated cabin that had a strange reputation. The place had been abandoned for years and was often linked to stories about mysterious entities tied to the people who once lived there. Wanting to check if any of it was true, he set up cameras and recording gear and kept an eye on everything through a screen he had arranged in advance.
Внутри круга Эми может не поймать, не уловить ведьму, дух этой ведьмы. Лидия Николаевна, вы слышите меня? Меня. Нет. Вы можете поговорить со мной?
While watching the monitor, he suddenly noticed a dark shadow figure appear inside the cabin. It was only visible for a moment, but clear enough to grab his attention, like something was actually moving around in the room, even though no one else was there. The whole situation started to feel tense, almost like an unseen pressure building up around him.
Не могу пойти за тобой. Я прошу покинуть тебя, этот дом. Прошу уйти отсюда.
Not long after, the same shadow showed up again, and at that exact moment, a door inside the cabin started moving on its own. There was no sign of anyone touching it, yet both things happened together, making it feel like the movement and the figure were somehow connected.
nu was alleen bij de daar op een stoel.
In the final moment, the shadow showed up for the third time, and all of this happened while he was completely alone inside the cabin, with no one else anywhere around. This case comes from the Philippines. Gian wakes up in the middle of the night to his wife screaming in fear while holding their baby, saying someone is hitting the window hard. Like any father, he goes to face whoever is outside, but what he finds is not human.
Diungo na may dire. Pantag tao lang ni patay ng buang lagi.
There's no one outside, yet the window starts shaking violently on its own. Jan checks around and waits for a moment, but then it happens again.
Hey, gawas ako, wait down. Awa, gawas na to. Awa, ang bitana naman. Wait down. Masay ka na ba? Inupang na yung lugar. Saan mo giunok kita dali? Giunok na yung kaning style. Wa lagi, wala gid lagi. Tawa. No, kawas na to ah. Kawas na ko. Wa gid. Patay maning.
But this time, it's not just one window. Every window in the house starts shaking at once, like the whole place is being attacked by something unseen. After that night, Jan is convinced his home is cursed. A YouTuber named Johan shared a video from a camping trip that quickly turned unsettling. He went into a dense forest with his 2 dogs, but right from the start, something felt off. The dogs, usually fearless, began acting scared, refusing to go deeper, and barking as if something was there. While searching for a place to set up camp, he also noticed something unusual.
Is focused in the forest, and I think I saw what it is.
Hey, do you see that? The black thing in the forest. That, guys. That is something that I didn't expect to see, and probably I didn't expect to see us like this. That's why it's in the tree. Do you see it, Yester? I don't know if it's stuck or what's happening. Potentially stuck. Let's try for a better shot. Right there.
So, it can't be stuck, huh?
It won't go down with one there. One there. And another one there. Let's step back and let it settle. Hopefully when we return, it will have come down, although I wonder.
He notices a cat stuck high up in a tree, which at first seems harmless. But as time passes, the cat keeps climbing higher instead of coming down, like it's trying to escape something below. It keeps staring into the forest, though he can't see anything there, and his dogs stay away, refusing to go near. Later, as he sets up camp and makes coffee, the quiet doesn't last long before strange noises start coming from the forest.
Something is definitely moving in that forest. Not small, it's big, human-sized, because I can hear it pushing through the undergrowth. Yeah, making some noise, so I'm trying to wait. See if it happens again. It seems to only occur when I'm doing something. I was about to go make another coffee, and I was checking my backpack when I started to hear all these brushes moving down there, so I try to catch it, but now it's quiet again.
He hears faint sounds of something large, about the size of a person, moving through the bushes. He tries to brush it off as wildlife, but still feels uneasy.
The dogs were actually fleeing the forest. In fear, almost whimpering. What was that noise they were making? I have no idea. What's in there? I heard something, went down and checked. The dogs came back. They took a wide margin. From the forest, they have surrounded the whole path. After hearing someone running outside, I decided to come see what was happening. There's some movement over there. No idea what it is. Again, I've sat here. I can't get closer than the forest's edge. There's a natural barrier of crown of thorns. So I just sat here for a while listening. And then when I sit here, I listen and nothing happens. Like I said, it only seems to be happening when I'm doing something or when I came down here. Yeti ran away. I caught some movement over there, but no idea.
Things get stranger when both dogs suddenly run off, howling as if something terrified them. He's left confused, especially when the sounds seem to come from the same area where the cat is still high in the tree. The dog's behavior and the cat refusing to come down make it feel more serious. As it gets darker, he looks around and finds two unusual holes in the ground, as something had burrowed underneath.
I tried to find a path in this forest and managed to find one. Right, but not really. Up to here. I arrived. Let's see, it's all blocked, very dense. Extremely dense. For some reason, I've tried to get Yeti to look. She doesn't want to come down or go in. It's strange. Let me adjust this. There we go. Something's been moving in and out of those little tunnels, there and over there. And another one over there. For me, I'm not sure. I want to go into those little tunnels. I've been hearing noises in those woods all day, like something moving. And what's even stranger than that? The dogs aren't here, and they're not in the woods, but those noises I've been hearing, they're not from the cat either. Because the cat is still in the tree. So whatever's down in that forest, the dogs refuse to enter the forest. The cat is up in the tree, out of the way of the forest. And whatever is in those woods, moving. Obviously, nobody wants to deal with it. Which I'm certainly happy about. I'm happy that I'm here and that's down there. That works for me. But the cat is climbing higher in the tree. I just realized. If the cat wanted to come down, now would be the perfect time. Because the dogs aren't here. They're not here. They haven't been many times. They disappear. So if the cat wanted to come down, now is the perfect time. Very strange.
The holes make him uneasy, like they shouldn't be there. He heads back to camp, but the feeling of dread keeps building. As night falls, he sits by the fire.
I thought I heard something. The dogs disappeared again. More have disappeared today than ever before. When they disappeared and then jumped on me, let's hope that doesn't happen tonight.
So legitimate.
I'm sure I heard someone say, help or help me. I'm sure it's coming from those woods. what I should do is, like, go check if there's any shine in the eyes or something similar, since it's an animal, right?
Let's get the shine in the eyes, and then we can calm down with that.
All right, I'm at the edge of the crown of thorns.
I don't see any shine in the eyes. There's no shine in the eyes. Everything is calm.
Just probably. No.
Yester.
This is... No.
He suddenly hears a voice saying, "Help me," and it sounds unnatural and chilling. He walks toward the forest with a flashlight, hoping to spot animal eyes and calm himself, but sees nothing. The silence is heavy, then the voice comes back, louder and closer.
Yes, sir.
Where did you go? What are we going to do? Well, let's move. Let's move.
Let's move to the camp.
Let's go. Let's go, huh?
DC, Jesus.
Okay. All right, let's pack up.
My chest is burning right now. I've heard it. I know those stories.
No.
He feels like something is trying to lure him into the forest, so he decides to leave. He quickly packs up and moves far away, while the dogs stay close to him, clearly scared.
I haven't slept well. I didn't sleep much. All night, the dogs were on high alert, constantly moving and running around. Like, they'd be lying down and then they'd get up and look.
And be looking at something, and with a combination of all the sounds that
happen here, and the sounds are amplified and echoed through the mountains, and the sounds could be anything.
I can't explain.
The dog's behavior.
I can't explain what was there in the woods.
I don't know. From afar. Well, maybe not from afar, but one of the oddest camping experiences that I've ever had.
By morning, everything is quiet again, and the forest feels normal. He thinks back on what happened, but still can't explain the noises, the voice, or his dog's behavior. It remains one of his strangest experiences, leaving it unclear whether it was something natural or something beyond explanation. After starting a new security job, a woman moved with her family into a new house, but within days, things started becoming unsettling. She shared online that her daughter became so scared, she refused to sleep alone in her new room. And at first, it seemed like fear from the move, but then the child began talking about a scary woman watching her. Around the same time, the mother also started noticing strange woman-shaped shadows at her workplace, an old office building where she worked security.
Il y a quand même fait pas la petite grande dent. Elle a des grandes dents? Oui. Il y a les souris, il y a dans mes souris.
Une souris? Ça te fait peur?
Oui. Je reste toujours sur le plafond et me regarde.
Elle te regarde et ça te fait peur?
Oui.
D'accord, mon cœur, elle va partir. Elle va partir, la dame.
Quand il est pas moi, il est quelqu'un qui...
DS tried to believe it was just her child's imagination, but soon something happened that made her doubt it. The bedroom door slowly opened by itself, and her daughter said a woman was standing there staring at her. When DS went to check, there was no one there, and after that, the strange occurrences began happening more often and grew more intense. few nights later, while DS was filming a live video for her followers, something seriously disturbing happened.
Et là, c'est la chambre de mon fils, je vais aller vite. Voilà. Oh, ça va mieux là déjà. Je vais d'un câble. Est-ce que vous entendez les pas juste?
A dark shape briefly showed up on camera, but the moment DS turned on the light, it disappeared completely, making her and her viewers think that whatever this was could be behind all the terrifying events affecting her and her family. Some followers believe the house might be haunted by the spirit of a woman who died there. For several days, an unusual noise kept breaking the quiet in Smith's house. Not normal wooden creaks, but slow, heavy thumps, like something large moving around in the basement. Eventually, he got tired of it, grabbed his camera, and went to open the door to find out what was causing it.
Noises have been coming from this door all morning, so I'll stay and record them for a minute.
As soon as the door slowly creaks open, the noise suddenly stops and everything falls into a heavy silence. Smith walks down the stairs carefully, pointing the camera into the darkness, but finds nothing out of place, no fallen items, and no sign of any animal. The only thing left is the unsettling feeling that whatever was making those sounds stopped the moment he came down, and to this day, no one knows what was hiding there. Alicia's home slowly turned into a place of psychological terror, where night after night she felt like she was being watched, with strange noises, sudden bangs, and objects going missing. Then, one early morning, whatever was behind it finally revealed its full force, and if it hadn't been caught on camera, no one would have believed what she experienced.
Kitchen in the bathroom, I don't know what to do. Oh my god, the water just came on. I'll call you back.
The water faucet suddenly turns on by itself with force, almost like a warning, and within seconds, the entire kitchen breaks out into complete chaos.
Oh god, go away, leave us alone. Oh my god, oh my god. Phil, come here.
Objects start flying across the room and crashing to the floor at a speed that doesn't look staged, with no cuts in the footage. Even the dog reacts in panic, as if sensing something unseen, suggesting that something invisible but extremely powerful had taken over Alicia's house. At 2 o'clock in the morning, a motion alert goes off on the security camera. The family, who had just moved in, assumed it was an animal, but what appeared on the screen left them speechless. A clearly human figure was seen moving in the darkness, and when the footage was shown to longtime neighbors, they were all terrified, saying it looked exactly like a woman who died in a car accident at that same spot back in 1948, like something stuck repeating the past. What makes it more unsettling is that the new family had no idea about this story. In another moment, a group of friends was enjoying a karaoke stream when things suddenly turned eerie, as a pale figure slowly appeared behind the window. People watching started warning him, and when he got up to check, there was no one there, nothing in the yard or on the street, leaving behind the question of what was watching them in the night. A Reddit user shared a video he says his girlfriend recorded outside her apartment in Chicago around 11 a.m. as a storm rolled in. Strong winds, blowing snow, and dark clouds made the scene feel intense. But even before that, something unusual could be seen hanging in the sky. A strange orb-like object is seen hovering above the storm, and what stands out is how steady it looks. While the wind is pushing snow in all directions, the object moves calmly, almost controlled. At first, it seems like it could be a balloon or debris, but it appears to move against the wind and unnaturally shift in different directions. Some people think it matches reports of similar sightings, while others believe there could be a simple explanation, but its behavior makes it hard to ignore. This guy shared a creepy video on TikTok that he recorded early in the morning. He said he suddenly woke up with this uneasy feeling like someone was watching him. Still half asleep, he picked up his phone and pointed it toward his bedroom door. And whatever got captured in that video is something he probably won't forget anytime soon. Waking up to see someone standing completely still in the room, staring without moving, is terrifying, and it became even worse when he recognized her instantly as his own grandmother. Someone entering the room is one thing, but silently watching like that is something else entirely. Some people in the comments suggested sleepwalking, since it can cause blank staring and unresponsive behavior. But moments like this have also been linked to old beliefs about nightwalkers, where people enter trance-like states and are thought to be more connected to supernatural energies. It was January 2026 in New Jersey when Cassie and her husband had a heated argument, and she left to stay at her parents' house, leaving him alone, or so they thought. A few hours later, he called her in a panic, barely able to speak and begging her to come back. When she returned, she found him locked inside his truck in the driveway, shaking and refusing to go back into the house. What scared him enough to run from his own home was later revealed by the security cameras inside.
You know what? Damn! What is that?
In the footage, the man is seen standing in the kitchen, leaning on the counter while talking on the phone, and everything seems normal until 3 loud, aggressive knocks suddenly echo through the room. He later says the counter actually shook from the force of it. When the exterior cameras were checked, there was no one outside, and after searching the entire house, nothing seemed disturbed. But it didn't end there, as Cassie reviewed the recordings from minutes before the knocks and discovered something even more unsettling. the earlier footage, the husband is focused on his phone while an object on the kitchen counter slowly slides on its own across the surface. It suggests that something was already present in the kitchen before the loud knocks happened. Whatever it was seemed strong enough to hit the counter with force, and some believe it may have been drawn in by the negativity from the couple's argument. To this day, no one knows what actually entered that home. A CCTV recording inside a quiet room shows something hard to explain. A book sitting neatly on a shelf suddenly falls to the floor without anything touching it. There's no other movement around it, making the moment short but enough to raise questions.
Oh shit. Oh, fuck this.
The guy was asleep and only woke up because he heard something drop. When he got up to check, he saw the book already lying on the floor. Everything in the room looked completely normal at first. Nothing seemed out of place. But then, in the low light, something strange started happening. A faint, see-through figure slowly showed up next to the bed, and it was the kind of moment that just does not make any sense. A burglar carried out a break-in at a jewelry store in Woodland Hills by climbing onto the roof and cutting a hole through the ceiling to get inside during the night.
He opened this area and he wanted to drop, but then he saw the fall. He crawled all the way to the back. He was trying to crawl from here, and that's why this is also damaged. So the fact that this guy was able to actually go up there without using the ladders and without being noticed by the neighbors back there, how did he go up?
He dropped into the store, triggered the alarm, and began grabbing valuable items while the owners watched live through their security cameras, and even tried to scare him by speaking through the system and turning on the lights.
We got cameras here that you can talk. He was saying, police are coming. Police are coming, leave.
Within minutes, he collected what he could and escaped the same way he entered, climbing back through the ceiling and fleeing before police arrived.
He must have been somebody that either knows us or been working here or has just been watching us for a while.
His face was clearly captured on camera, and although he did not manage to access the safe, the owners are now asking the public for help in identifying him. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.